So first, thank you so much for giving me some time in your agenda. I'm Joy Marshall, and as I said, old friend of Kate Pearlie's and Mary Leontovich, so that's my credential. And I've been a long-time volunteer for schools. And I'm here to talk to you tonight, just to make sure you know that on this May ballot, there'll be a levy for schools, the local option levy. And I want to it's pretty simple. I'll tell you a little bit about it. And then if you have questions, I'm happy to answer questions. And I also have a flyer to hand out. So most of school funding comes from the state, and locally, we're really limited in what we can do to fund if we want additional teachers. We do pass bonds, and we built, the new North Virginia High School and other school buildings with construction bonds. But to actually have operating funds, we're really limited in what we can do. But one thing we're allowed to do is a local option levy. Local because the money goes straight to our local 4J public schools. Option because it's optional, we have to vote for it. And levy is a small property tax. We've had this levy in place for 24 years. So this is not, I'm not proposing a new tax. It's not a tax increase. But because of Oregon law, every 5 years, we come back to voters and ask them, do you want to renew the levy at the same rate and the same cost? And so far, every time, UT said, yes, we want to renew it. So we've got it for 24 years and its 5-year time is up. Again, it's money for operations. So what that means is staff. 89% of operations is staff. So it will raise next year about $25 million. That pays for staff. It's the equivalent of 20% of our workforce, 205 teachers, 20% of our teaching force. Another way to look at it is it's the equivalent of 32 days of school. So that's 6 weeks plus of school. So you can see it's critically important to the district to have this operating funds. I'm very proud to live in a community that's all there for our school kids and has voted yes for this for 24 years. And again, because the state limits what we can do, I think it's great we can do this locally. It will be on the ballot this May with a primary. And there'll be all those candidates, presidential, lots of candidates on that primary, and at the bottom are the ballot measures. So please look, and I guess we're going to hear about another ballot measure as well. So please look for the ballot measures at the bottom. Please vote yes for schools. I urge you to ask your friends to vote yes. And honestly, I think that's pretty straightforward. It goes right for hiring staff, and it's not a new tax. I guess I would add, I used to be a teacher and my kids went through 4J, they've graduated. But I think it's really important to make sure we keep as many adults as we can in the classroom, and that's what this does. We do not want to lose, especially now there's still kids recovering from COVID, there's behavior issues, there's a lot of reasons to make sure we keep all the adults we can in the classroom. And now I'm done. So thank you for your time, and anything you'd like me to add? Or any questions, please.
Is there a site that we can go to on?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm going to pass these out. It's yesfor4jschools.com and it's on the flyer.
Okay.
So I'll pass these out. Thank you for asking. Any other questions?
So Joy, could you talk about the levy, how that's limiting what the rules are with that, just to move that? And maybe probably not.
Yes, so I do know we have to be careful because I'm a tax policy nerd. And everyone's like, well, I didn't ask that question, but I'll keep it simple. So when we passed property tax limits in 1990 and then refined them in 96 and 97, it said that you could only charge a certain amount in property taxes, that it was actually $5 per $1,000 of assessed value of your home. So if your house is worth $100,000, you could pay at the most for local government, for schools, $500. So no matter what the costs were, it was set at that. And then in 1999, the legislature said, we'll allow a small local option. If a district wants to tax themselves a little bit more, it's limited. The most it can be is 20% of the state school funds, to what the state school gets. Does that make sense? And I don't want to get too complicated, but I'll say you were that $1.50 per thousand. That's what our local option has been since we first passed it. So it's $1.50 on the amount between the assessed and the market value. Wonky stuff. But so basically, on a portion of your property value, they charge that $1.50. So then it's limited by the. Does that answer your question?
It doesn't, I just kind of a silly question, why would they limit that? Is this just the limiting the tax overall, or?
Oh, so it was part of the kind of the effort that swept the country in the eighties and nineties to, lower property tax. I mean, yeah, they were kind of high, and
Appreciate that.
that is why maybe they should have answered just that, the Lord.
Okay.
Thank you, though, appreciate that. Any other questions?
The same people who get to vote on this as the, pay 4J taxes, like.
Correct, that's exactly right. That's exactly, if you live in the 4J district, then you will get, which is not exactly the same as Eugene. The boundaries are a little different.
So it doesn't matter if you're incorporated or unincorporated, it matters if you're west of Eisen, it becomes Bethel,
That's
or
right.
if we have Junction City School District,
That's correct.
in our neighborhood too.
That's right. It's not, it's unrelated to whether you're incorporated with the city. Thanks.
But it's 4J or Bethel.
Yeah,
Separate.
exactly right.
And where's the Junction City go? Or you offer it's the Carthage. Little section in there.
Well, yeah,
Just dips in.
I can leave you. And the north side of Beacon Drive, like every county, all those guys, they're all in Junction City.
Yeah, yeah. And if you look at your property taxes, it says Eugene LO, which is local option, and you can see how much you paid, and it will be, you know, essentially the same. It's not, they're not changing the rate.
Do you know, does Bethel have something similar? Or-
No, Bethel tried to pass a local option in 2006. And we didn't succeed, it didn't pass, so they have larger class sizes, really, and fewer teachers for, per capita.
So the $1.50 is only paid on the dollar difference between your assessed value and your market
Yeah.
value.
So let's say your house is assessed at 300,000, but you could sell it at 400,000, you're only gonna pay on that 100,000. It's weird, I don't know why they wrote it that way, but that was what they, was after the measure 5 passed, they figured this is a sort of a compromise.
A workaround.
It's a workaround, is what it is. I didn't read it.
Any other questions for Jill? Oh, yeah, Denise.
Is this money to pay for extra teachers to lower class sizes, or is it money for additional adults to support the classrooms?
It actually maintains current staffing, so teachers and teaching assistants both, goes to both, and it's not for more, I don't want to be misleading, it's just to maintain current staffing levels.
They need more.
No,
She's one, she's a special needs teaching.
oh, gosh, so is my husband. Okay, anybody else? Thank you, Joy. Thanks, everyone, very much.
Okay,
Oh,
Sarah.
I'm sorry, if you would like your name to be listed as an endorser, or if you'd like to get emails from us or anything, I'm gonna pass this around, no pressure. But please sign up and we'll get you informed. Thank you.